Originally, I had like a 2000 word script for this video, but my guide maker self kind of took control halfway through, and I was literally just explaining the system, and that's not really why this video exists. This video's title is not How to Animal. This is supposed to be a video where I'm talking about how it felt spending time in the game. So, yeah, it's me, the unscripted Bun. That does mean this video will be a bit longer and the information won't be as condensed as my usual videos. Hopefully you guys are okay with that, and I'll still try to cut the fillers out in the post. Also, I've still got a few bullet points open on the side just so I don't completely derail myself, but for the most part I'm just gonna talk through it as it comes to me. So what is Aniimo? Well, Aniimo is a Palworld-like MMO, I think, with additional dress-up elements, open world, and also quest from Infinity Nikki, combat system from Genshin, and social element from MMOs. For this beta, they also added a Escape Tarkov-like extraction game, but obviously it's not as hardcore. Based on my experience so far in the past week of playing the beta, everything mixed together pretty seamlessly, and I really like it. When I say this is Palworld-like, I meant, if you look at it, the capture system is pretty much a carbon copy. We also have alphas, which are the bosses, and on top of that, we got a factory production line type of system. As you can see, the influence from Palworld is very obvious, but before any of you guys get super crazy and angry, do remember Palworld itself is Ark Survival Evolved, but instead of capturing dinosaurs, you're just capturing paw and working paws. I mean, the reality is most of the game are a mixture of previous title and previous genres, and for this kind of things, the most important things is, did it find its own identity? Are we looking at a carbon copy clone with barely any changes, or are we looking at actually a new game that has the element from the previous game but is something different, which I think Aniimo did really well in turning the Palworld formula into something that is more live servicey. So on the surface, it looks very similar, right? When you capture a pole, you're looking at potential, you're looking at regional variant, you're looking at trait, you're looking at skills, and there are also obviously shiny variant that you can capture that doesn't do anything except to look shiny. And Aniimo in this game also have evolution. You sometimes have to unlock those forms. You can do this in ways such as capturing them once, defeating the specific alpha in the world, or sometime specific world mission you have to finish first. And this game's combat system feel a lot more like a gacha game. We have the 4 animal team, each with their own basic attack, skill, and ultimate, which is like a very simplified combat format. We have a break bar on the boss, and we have the DPS, the break, the regen, the heal, the support. Personally, there are still things to polish in combat, but I think overall this is a really great foundation for a simple and casual-friendly combat experience that has room for growth. The overall facility management part is also greatly casualfied. It is really simple to manage everything, and I can tell they put in effort in quality of life because most of the things are very convenient. From the look of it, once you progress far enough in this thing, what's gonna happen is you're just gonna leave it as is for a very long time, and for that they also have decoration in this mode. So in the future, once you're done building the stuff, you can just once in a while decide, oh, I want this place to look better, and you just come back, use your accumulated tickets, and buy some decoration, put it down. Of course, this is in its own pocket dimension for every individual since it is an MMO. Plus, you don't have to worry about terrain now, so no more Paul gets stuck in random piece of land and just starve to death every time. Now let's talk about the MMO side of things, which is also tied to monetization of this game. How does the game make money? What it's trying to make you buy? From the looks of it, there are mainly 2 things the game tries to make you buy. First is pay for faster progression. You're looking at a lot of materials that have weekly or monthly limits. You can buy some extras per week using the premium currency. But the premium currency itself is also acquirable through playing the game, from achievement, dailies, events, all that good stuff. And this goes into things like raising animals as well. Like I said before, there is potential traits, all that stuff. Now, the current way to progress, which let's say you want to build your first DPS with your team, what you want to do is you want to go and find the initial version of that animal, and you're going to capture as many as it takes to find a perfect one. After that, you're going to raise their potential just a little bit with a fruit that is time gated or purchased by currency, which I think is also time gated, and then you're going to fix them. And this is going to again take those time gated materials. You can fix them by changing their regional variant, which again you have to capture those forms first to unlock it. You can fix them by rerolling their personality, which is like the substats of specific animals. You can also fix them by changing their trait, which actually just two off. One is going to be better, the other one is going to be worse. The last thing you need to do is like getting the gears, which you can do it by playing this game's version of Simulated Universe. I don't like how long it takes, but that's how you do it. It has a main piece which doesn't have any substats, but once you have the main piece and you level them up, the next goal is to get those really good runes that's gonna take you forever probably. And yes, this mode costs stamina. The other thing that I think will be monetized and potentially much heavier in monetization is going to be cosmetics. Right now you can put cosmetic on both animals. They have like a full system for this that need to be polished as well, and also the player. You know, with the way they render the character and all this cosmetic, I was literally just seeing Infinity Nikki, no joke. And the last thing that make this really live servicey is definitely the events. We have a lot of events for this beta. I don't know how much events will be going on at a time in actual release, but there has been decent amount of different things to do. Some of those events are really easy to do, assuming you actually know what you're looking at. But there are also events that push for socialization, which I'm not really used to at as a mostly gacha player. There is definitely a benefit in having friends though. You can actually exchange animal in this game just like in Pokemon. This is going to be especially useful because not every animal is catchable in the open world, and there will be event exclusive animals that if you miss it, you have to wait for a rerun for. Now, on the open world side of things, this game is definitely closer to Infinity Nikki than anything else. I was originally thinking about Genshin, but after going through the story, doing the puzzles, and progressing everything, it feels definitely more like Nikki. This is both from puzzle perspective and also the story perspective. For the puzzle side, we're looking at dealing with specific mechanic with specific animals, similar to how you would deal with puzzles using dresses. And also for the story, it feels a lot more like a fairy tale instead of a fantasy. I think the coolest part about the open world in this game specifically is your ability to twin with one of your animal, which usually is for combat, but here you also use this to communicate with local animals and solve their problem. And the story itself is a lot more about animals overall than it is about human, which I think is really cute. Other than catching animals and doing world quests, another thing that will at least try to motivate you to go and explore is a thing called Lumin Umber. If you come from Genshin, it's basically the Oculus, and if you come from Infinity Nikki, it's basically the Whimstar. Now this system here is actually a lot more important than other games because it have system tied behind it, which allow you to get those regional weather variants. Now, so far we have mostly talked about the positive and what I like about the game. Now let's talk about the negative, okay? This game has really solid foundation. It has such amazing system all mixed together in a very coherent way. What is not solid is the game's optimization. When I played this beta at day 1, it was just bugs after bugs with performance issue and even more bugs. There were pretty much new bugs every single day, and there was a day where I just have the game crashing on me every 30-40 minutes. And yesterday I think I fall out of the map like twice. I really like this game. I think the entire structure is really good, but in the same time, I don't think the game at the current state can be considered ready to be released. The dev has been very responsive and has been fixing bugs every day, but still I think the game just have too many rough edges that I don't think it's gonna leave a good enough first impression. Here's the thing, games like this that are free to play live service games have no barrier of entry. So if people see your marketing, they're gonna try it day 1. And if you leave them with a buggy mess that is having performance issues, they're just gonna leave. They didn't have to commit anything on playing your game other than downloading it. This also means they won't feel any attachment to it and they won't want to deal with any of these issues. day one is pretty much always the maximum amount of player can get in a live service free-to-play game. And if you screw that up, you're going to waste all your marketing and also hinder the future potential of your game. I'm seeing so much potential in this game right now because it's going to be the first Palworld-like game that actually have a mix of different genres to make it more live service, and I would hate to see it wasted. But yeah, that is my personal first impression of this game. I've been playing this for a week now. I'm probably gonna continue playing it throughout the beta. I'm having a lot of fun. I might even make a video of like the combat just to kind of showcase what we're going. But hey, you know, that's pretty much it. What do you guys think about this game? Let me know in the comment down below. And not really as always, this is the Unscripted Bun. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.